Are we on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights. Cameras.
This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
Camidoh is in the studio with us 30 minutes after the hour 9 a.m. The name, of course, is Olalei Salvador. You're still watching Culture Daily right here on 3 Music TV, and you have just joined us into the studio 887 or 899. Boy, 887 the other day. 899. We'll be getting to the conversation with the man Camidoh. But first of all, let me pay some bills. And the BBN season 9 is back. And don't forget that in Biggie's house, fortunes can shift in the blink of an eye. Just ask the aunt and niece duo Indine, who saw their Big Brother Niger season 9 journey come to an expected end with 12 pairs pet. Oh, I see. With 12 pairs still fighting for the incredible 100 million naira grand prize. No strategy is safe, whether it's strong ships, couples pretending to be friends, or even playing chef. I think I saw a couple fighting about somebody touching a nipple or something. Yeah. I was asking myself questions like, why would you even take yourself into such a show? Have you seen that video?
It's a Friday morning.
No. I mean,
Big Brother show.
Yeah, Big Brother show. Yeah.
Hey, lots of things are happening.
Yeah.
On
The husband was asking the wife
Why is
that
she
another inmate or another somebody
has
brushed.
It's an inmate.
Is it a jail?
I'm serious. Though.
I've never seen that.
I'll show you the video. It
Okay.
became a serious conversation.
Big Brother,
Why would a married couple go into a big brother? I don't understand. What's going on?
They want to show us that they have love more than all of us.
Don't miss a beat of the action. Tune into Big Brother Niger season 9, airing daily on DSTV channel 198 and Go TV channel 149. Available on DSTV Access and Go TV Plus. Stay plugged into all the drama and dial *579 hash to stay connected now. And whilst you do that, don't forget that you can always get a British degree at a fraction of the cost. And that's if you are looking for a vibrant student experience in a community that equips you with useful employability skills, taking you one step closer to the career of your dreams. Enjoy a lot of this and more, plus up to 50% scholarship for your degree at Lancaster University in Ghana. Be taught by the finest faculty trained in UK standards at our ultra-modern campus. For more information, visit www.lancaster.edu.gh, and you can contact us via email at admissions@lancaster.edu.gh or call us on +233 0209 607 008 0209 607 008. Guys, you miss school?
It depends on which one. Which school? Senior high school, JHS.
Which of them do you miss?
Senior high school.
You don't miss university?
No.
I do. I miss uni.
I don't miss uni.
Senior high school.
You miss uni, miss senior high school?
Yeah.
Serious? Do you miss school?
No, none of them. Not even primary.
You read for me. Read your own for me.
Anyways, Betway says Ayesoko, their Kosombo down be big, but Betway's cash out be bigger. Enhanced early partial and auto cash out feature lets you cash out your bets early. Cash out a portion of your ongoing bets, or even set your bets to cash out automatically. All this to give you way more control over every thrilling bet you place. Sign up today at betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betting is not for you if you are below the age of 18. Your heart is not ready for the appointment and disappointment. Betway gets way more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joe, do you have something?
Well, yeah, I have something from Liv. Says Liv Sunday brunch. Says join Liv Resto Lounge on Lapao Road, Eastleigh. Go on every Sunday for brunch from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Enjoy special dishes like tuo zafi, omutuo with groundnut soup, one of my favorites, and fufu with light soup featuring tilapia, chicken, goat meat, and red fish. Call 020-133-7766 now to experience Liv Resto Lounge. Eat hot, eat good. They also have Live Corporate Fridays. You don't want to miss that. Today being a Friday, head there. You're going to have so much fun. It says, join us for the launch of Live Corporate Fridays on August 9th, which was a week or two ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago we were there. You know, it was amazing. It says, so join us for the launch on August 9th at 9 p.m. Shop at Live Resto Lounge East Legon. A chance for your team to win amazing prizes through karaoke, sports and entertainment quizzes. Enjoy a 5% discount for all attendees. Call 020-133-7766 now to be a part. Live Resto Lounge. Eat hot, eat good.
All right, Cyril, you want to help me with the last one?
Yeah, so Pepsodent is encouraging us, to continue brushing our teeth morning and night, twice a day preferably, because every time we eat, foods and sugars get trapped between our teeth, leading to tooth decay, gum disease, and in some cases foul breath. Now there's two offerings. There's Pepsodent charcoal and Pepsodent herbal. For Pepsodent herbal lovers, well, there's an infusion of green tea and herbal extracts, and for the charcoal, there's natural charcoal, lemon mint, zinc, and of course fluoride coming together to give us the Pepsodent that we love. Always remember to brush twice a day. Pepsodent has been doing this for 25 years and is endorsed by the Dental Association of Ghana. You can get Pepsodent in every shop in Accra, Ghana, wherever. Just call them on 0800-161-000, 0800-161-000 to talk to a dentist free of charge. And if you have any challenge getting Pepsodent, 0800-2030. Pepsodent, every smile matters.
All right, every smile matters, and indeed, it's time for us to talk to our guest for today's big conversation, and it's the man Boomba.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Camidoh, Mr. Doe, Mr. M. Doe, Middle Pond the 10.
Yeah.
And yes, and I'm a cano. Middle Pond the 10.
Yeah,
But
that's
brother,
it.
welcome.
Thank
Please,
you.
a round of applause for
Thank you.
Camidoh.
Thank you.
It's been a minute. We haven't
Yes.
seen you in this building for like
Yes.
since what?
Probably a year, I guess.
Yeah. But tell me about this sisting puppies I'm seeing around your head. Is it your new
Lily, what did you say?
sisting puppies?
That
Oh, that's what we used to call it when
is
we
Bantu nuts.
huh?
Bantu nuts.
Bantu nuts.
Yeah.
Yes.
But better still, if it makes it easier for you, you can call it Bomikwi.
Bambikwe.
Yeah.
Ah, I love it.
You need proper
So where did sisting puppies come?
Yeah.
Is that the new look we are going for this season?
Yeah. I mean, I just wanted to I'm spontaneous like that.
Yeah.
Jump in and just switch it up,
Do you miss the first Camidoh, the old Camidoh with the green? Was it the green?
Oh yeah, the green locks.
Green locks.
I mean, I don't miss it.
You don't miss it
No.
at all.
I don't miss it. This is still Camidoh. I don't miss it in any way. At the end of the day, I love to just try new stuff.
Right.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And just be versatile. Enter into different realms.
What was the colored hair Camidoh season like, and this new season Camidoh in terms of juxtaposing the two?
The main purpose, the main reason why I had to color my hair
Right.
in the beginning was because at that point a lot of artists, a lot of us were emerging,
Okay.
and a bunch of us were having dreadlocks.
Right.
So then, when a fan is trying to describe this artist, because we all have locks, so
Yeah.
now you have to go into details, but you want to be able to be easily picked out or identified.
yeah.
So I had to brand it like that.
Yeah.
So when you see the one with the green locks, and then
Would you say it worked?
But now I guess people recognize me even without.
Exactly.
If I go Santo Self,
It's still Camidoh.
yeah,
Would you go Santo?
I can try at some point.
What's that one?
This morning I was contemplating
You wanted to
trimming
take off
all
the
of
beard.
my beard and all.
What's that one hairstyle that you will never see you do?
What? I don't know. Honestly, there's nothing I cannot do. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing I cannot
Because
do.
I see that you always give style an opportunity to
Yeah.
be a part of your career.
Yes.
We can wake up one morning and then you were in a different style
Yes.
altogether.
Yes.
So I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if I'm going to see you in some high heel boots and some singlets, Randy Orton style.
You never know, man. You never know. You
But
never know.
anyways, you've been out of the country for some time now.
Yeah.
I think you were in the US, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We saw you at the BET. This will be your second appearance.
Yeah.
At the BET.
Second.
Take us through, how the BET has now become a part of your calendar since you went there for the first time.
It's just mostly it's like a conscious effort to want to penetrate all the markets that are essential for my growth as a brand, as an artist. It's become a part of me, getting into different territories and learning how the business is done in these places. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's basically the number one reason. And I think I like it. And also trying to record music outside of the country gives you different feel, different inspirations and all of that. So it's just me, running road, like just making sure I touch base with like other communities and experience, the culture over there as well.
What were some of the learnings? You talk about learnings. What were some of the learnings that you would say have become very essential for the next level or for your progress?
Learning?
Yeah, some of the learnings you identified.
Yeah, having camps. I've already even mentioned to someone like maybe on a show, something like that. Having camps, having writing camps.
Writing camps, yeah.
Allowing people to write for you, switching it up, like working with different producers. Traveling to make music. I mean, initially as an artist, I used to think that it's still me. So even if I'm here, it will still be like. But the environment also really truly matters, and it contributes to what you bring out.
So these camps happened because I think I saw a camp that was held in a brief, if I'm not mistaken.
I did that one.
Was this
earlier this year?
Earlier this year,
yes,
right.
That was in January.
Yes.
I did that one.
And this was in all of the contributions.
Yes. So I went back to LA, did like some sessions because I wanted to work with certain producers.
Right.
So then I went in with them, and then the BET was also around that time.
Okay.
And I was also doing press. Like I also went out to do like PR press, whatever, like just promote the new record, which is NLF.
Right.
So
we'll get into that.
It was like a bunch of things that, so the BET was just like, okay, it's also happening at this time. Because normally when you plan your year or your quarter, you want to find out stuff that are happening and tie them into like your runs.
Talking about writing camps and whatnot, for a lot of musicians, it's difficult for them to even open up and say someone is writing for me, or even add them to the credits.
Yeah,
I've even heard that some people will write for you and then they pay them off the song into maybe the musician's name will be there as writer because they've probably bought it. What's your take on songwriters writing for artists? Do you think it's ideal, and why do you think some artists shy away from it?
Ignorance.
Okay. Ignorance
would be the reason why you wouldn't want someone to help you. Thinking that, or with the mentality that, like if the music is popping, I want people to know that it's me. But at the end of the day, you can't do it all by yourself. Me, I enjoy it, but it's essentially I get to scrutinize what is written for me. Okay. Because if you write for me, because sometimes I want to say certain things, but I'm not able to express myself. Right. So if I tell you the broad scope with which I want to like run an album or whatever it is, and you write for me, I will still like sieve through. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like I tried to pull some of these sessions. So the other time I did a session with one beautiful songstress called Kyla. She's based in LA, right? We did a session and it was the producer that wrote the song. Like I said, bro, what you got for me? Like open it up and then he just told me I have this one. He played me some of the records. I was like, I like this one. So I take the top lines, switch some lines, rewrite certain things, but essentially it is him contributing to make my music. So for me, I don't know any reason why except ignorance. Like I can't think of like any reason why.
When you say having people who are, let me frame this properly. Essentially, when you have people outside your culture write music for you, right? What are some of the things that you have to pay attention to? Because then we have a conversation, or we have this argument of culture vultures, and how the sound is being appropriated by the West and all that. And I mean, it starts from the studio, right? Yeah. So you are an Afrobeats artist, an Afrobeats act from Ghana, you have your sound and everything, and then you are willing that power to somebody outside your culture to write for you. Yeah. Where do you draw the lines of making sure that you keep your identity intact and not have their sound overshadow yours?
Yeah. At the end of the day, you are singing it, so it becomes your sound.
Okay.
If you are singing, it becomes your sound. If you see what I'm trying to say, but I get what you're trying to say, though.
Yeah. Because in this case, it's a producer who actually put the song together.
Right? For me, it's like maybe the language. maybe say, okay, this part I want to sing it in Chi.
Okay.
So for example, the record I was talking about, the pre-hook, I said, no, I want to sing this. I want to sing Gan. So at some point I had to call Kojo Black.
Okay.
You know, I called him because he's Gan, you know, his producer, Ugly and Tough. They're my guys.
Right.
So I just phoned them on FaceTime. I was like, I'm trying to put Gan here. So I already did like something. I wanted to sound this way, and I already like split it to them.
Yeah.
And then they now gave me the word. And I said, no, I don't like this one. Find another thing. And then they found it. And I was like, I want it to be like 3 syllables, like da. You know what I'm trying to say? And then they found it for me. I loved it, and I recorded it. That's one.
Okay.
Another thing also is like maybe there's a usage of a setting or a particular word that my community frowns upon.
Okay.
Because obviously you want to consider the market that you are dominating and what is appealing to them. So if you're using a word and then you find out, if they are using a word and you find out that, look, this word does not appeal to my community, you want to like find an alternative for that word, you know. Many American records would allow for like F words, N words, and all of that. But I was telling somebody yesterday, in Nigeria, in Ghana, obviously we have to create the radio version.
Yes.
And generally, even in the community, you can't play music using certain words, but it's allowed in other cultures. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So these are things I would just like look out for to just see if the music, to make sure that, look, it fits what I'm going for. Yeah.
So the second part of my question is, and I like the fact that you identified 2 pillars that obviously help you secure your identity in the sound, right? But in terms of cross-platform or in terms of cross-country impact, right? Where do you, or what do you consider to allow these elements to have their, you know, their tenets set in the song so that it can also appeal to, because obviously we say Afrobeats to the world. You know, not Afrobeats to Ghana or Nigeria, right? And these people also want to put in elements that will also be very reasonable and resonate with their community, right? So how do you also make room for them?
That brings about like the different versions of the song.
Okay.
You know, like you can have a song and then you have the dancehall version. Yeah, you have like the EDM version.
Yes.
You know, it's like, so I have SUGARCANE and then I have the EDM version, I have the
Latino
piano version, I have, so not necessarily the language, but like the beat.
Right.
You know, so it's like, this is the beat, this is like, how do you call it? Reggaeton is what is popping in this community.
Okay.
And you have some people, or maybe you know, you have the capacity to promote your music in that territory.
Right.
And apparently it's very lucrative to promote your music there.
Yeah.
And they love whatever it is. So then you want to create this version.
Yeah.
At some point, there was this sped up version happening.
Okay.
To records in Ghana, like in Africa,
Make
where
it
it's like,
danceable.
so now a record drops 1 week, the next week
It's a
the sped up version is like, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't play like that, you know. I'll do it when it feels organic. It feels like, okay, you know, the sped up version will make sense.
Right.
But now people just like, some people are just market followers, some people are, you know, trendsetters. So at the end of the day, you know who you are before you take a step.
But what if someone
Okay.
does it
Understand.
before you? This
I don't have a problem if you do it before me. I will copy. I will learn. I will copy that. Like, it's not even, you can't be sentimental about that one.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like if I do, for example, if I use a certain strategy and then I see another artist doing it, I'm like, okay, you're smart. Like at the end of the day, that's you being smart. But it's also beautiful when you give credit.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw this person do this, and you know, I decided to do it. That's beautiful. I like to just.
Did you
keep
learn
people
these
there.
things after what SUGARCANE did, or these things were just part of your growth? Because I like the fact that you talked about the different versions you did for different markets, and I saw that with SUGARCANE.
Yeah.
And that was after SUGARCANE became like a global sensation.
Yes.
Right. So now, when you go into the studio, are you going to the studio with that lesson that, okay, I have done NLF, I'm going to do reggaeton, that version of it, and put it down, so that when the market is popping with NLF, the original NLF, I push these records to them? Is that what you're doing now?
That's
Is that
not-
part of your strategy?
No, I'm just paying attention to like little things.
Okay.
You know, because sometimes you want the record to also be authentic. You want your flow to be very authentic and organic. So it's like, I'm just like watching all the various areas or whatever, like any factor, I don't know. But I'm just really paying attention oh, this is what is coming up now. It's like, oh, people are really like doing TikToks, dances to your record, to this part of the song. Okay, you know what? Let's create the challenge. Let's officially create the challenge. Oh, someone just did a sped up version of this record, and then people are using it. It's had over like maybe 10 million impressions on TikTok. Okay, then let's release the sped up version as on digital platforms. So it's like you pay attention and what the market is looking for or is trying to do with your record, or is however they are accepting a record or using it, then you now capitalize on that. But if you want to like use one strategy that worked for everything, you'll be boring.
Right.
You know, you end up becoming very boring. Like
monotonous.
Yes, it's like we saw this thing. So now Camidoh wants to do another remix. Bam, it's going for Mayor Kun again, or it's going for another Nigerian and one guy. Like it doesn't work out like that.
So that's
you want to like.
I like the fact that you also brought me to that juncture, because I was going to ask, you know, after what SUGARCANE did for you, you know, there is this ceiling that is, you know, designed. Or shall I say, the pressure, you know, is activated. And of course, after SUGARCANE, you dropped other records that did not follow the milestones that SUGARCANE may have clocked. Right. As an artist, how did you feel and where did it put you?
I don't also want to deny that I had the pressure before.
Oh, before?
Yes, I've had it before. I think I was asked this question before, and then I said, oh, I don't feel the pressure. But like, it's like one of those things where subconsciously it's there, but you just decide not to accept it as a human being. And so it's like, but I realized that you have to like tap into your feelings, tap into what is happening, like the reality of the situation, and then deal with it, you know. So I had to like really be very introspective, and I found out like, look, this was the problem, you know. So I had to really ease off every tension. It's like, nah, take a step back,
reevaluate,
like resets, like you are Camidoh, like don't feel like you can't do it. Like it's not even about doing it again. It was just a matter of you or
calm down and
genuinely making music and allowing your spirit to flow. When it flows, everything falls in place. Do you understand? I'm saying this because not because I can't keep quiet over a matter like this, because then it sounds like, oh, and when I say whatever it is. But what I've realized is that a lot of us, in the name of showbiz, in the name of branding, in the name of settings,
we don't keep it real.
We don't keep it real with people. Okay, but this is my resolution. Like, let's keep it real with the people that are listening to us. Let's keep it real with the people that are like really like, you know,
in tune with what we're doing.
With us. So when that happens, it becomes so organic that you don't have to like force anyone to even talk about your music. They are talking about it because they woke up and that is the inspiration they are getting from you. It's like, this guy is so real. And it works out like that. So for me, at some point, that happened, and then I had to really like just let go. Obviously, I had other situations crossing my path and all of that, so I had to really like do therapy. When I did therapy, it did not just address one, but it addressed everything that was like affecting me as a human being, me as an artist, you know, and I guess me as a family, whatever, like person. You know, so I had to really like dive in, and that really helped anyways. So now I'm at the place where I'm just organically doing what feels right to do. And I'm not even taking no back chat from like I tweeted, I was like, delete the old me, because you're not going to find me trying to like follow the you know,
do that again.
I'm not going to be following all. I'm just going to be a human being, be an artist, and live life.
Just do the music.
What led to the decision to?
I was gonna ask that. It's a good therapy, right?
Sit in the therapist chair.
You know, I guess you know that I broke away from my partner, which I actually openly spoke about. You know, so that was the trigger. That was like the major trigger that got me to like
the breakfast.
Yeah, you know, to got me like, go back. You really need help at some point. You know, as an artist, like, so I went in there. Then obviously, because you need help, you want to open up.
Yeah.
So you open up, and then you realize that, oh, okay, this is hanging here. This has been hanging here. This has been hanging here. So that we just now unhang everything. You know, take everything off and address it one by one by one, and you find proper solutions. And as a human being, you're flowing,
Did you realize that therapy,
smoothly.
or did you realize doing therapy that your breakup or your relationship issues, has something to do with things that you had to deal with, and you took responsibility for them?
100%.
Did your partner ever get to know that, hey, I mean, after going through therapy, I realized that it was my fault. I mean, I didn't really pay attention to certain things and all that. Do you have that conversation after?
No, I never really got to have a conversation with the human being because I mean, while I was going through therapy, I was not like completely healed from the head or whatever, or the situation. So I didn't want to like get there. Don't rush it. It's like at the right time we will have a conversation, and when we do, I hope we're able to put everything in their right places. Do you understand? But don't go trying to fix something when you are not like completely healed and forgiven the situation. Do you understand? So that was just what it was for me. I had to really like take time off. And then
and you put in a record. You put in a very beautiful record. Nothing Lasts Forever. The first time I heard the record, I was like, oh man, Camidoh, heartbreak music. I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure because it's always been like the lover boy Camidoh, and he's had to switch into.
Yeah, but that's the end of the lover boy story.
I was just gonna say that, like,
Is that wicked mode?
being a lover boy,
You
you
race car
get
driver. The car crash, they close you.
But it took me. And this is just an honest review. Like it took me a couple of listens at different areas, different places to actually feel the genuineness of the record. Because I've always maintained this about Ghanaian music industry, right? One of the ways, or one of the topics you need to touch on to break out or break through is to do Akutia music, right? One of them is to do something along the lines of gospel inspirational music, to inspire people and everything. And one of them is also talking about, the hardship and how broke you are and all that. Some of these songs,
Struggle music,
yes, they give you a look in, right?
Before you put create a genre out of
Struggle music.
struggle
And the nominees are.
struggle music.
That's it. I mean, if you look at some of the artists that really have become, like breakthrough acts or whatever, they've had to go through either of these, topics or themes. Hardly do you see. In fact, I think it's the woman who actually break out with heartbreak music because I think society by default aligns with them, right? But when the guy is doing like heartbreak music, like, whoa, what are you talking about? Like,
it was probably your fault.
You get me? So when I listen to NLF, I'm like, But one time, I think I was playing this song in the shower. And it just hits. I'm like, yo, my guy is crying. He's like, he's like,
Did you remember something?
Oh, that's his song.
In the shower.
In the shower, the song, then it hits me. I'm like,
You cried quietly.
I just felt like, there was some level of genuineness, in the record. And I'm happy to hear that, you went through therapy and you could, now that you talk about it, we can align the story with the song, and I think from this interview, I'm hoping that people will listen to the song again and notice these nuances, because most of the time we expect too much from the artists, forgetting that they've had to go through their own, But when you release that record, would you say that was a part of the therapeutic solutions, or it was just business as usual?
Yeah, it was like me, because recording generally for me is therapeutic.
Okay.
So
music is your escape.
Yes. Okay. So when I'm feeling a certain type of way, I remember when I was like in the relationship and I was like, there, like experiencing all of the love and how I felt. I went downstairs. Like I have my studio at home where I can literally make any type of music I want. So I went downstairs and yes, I created one amazing record that went on the EP, the A Lifetime Is Not Enough EP. So same time when I was going through whatever I was going through, I decided to, get down there and see if
you can do something.
You can say something. I did it, and I mean, I was gonna trash it though.
Really?
It's funny. I was gonna trash it. Yeah, I just said it, man. It's one of those. So I organized a camp. Right after my birthday, I organized a writing camp, and then I was playing the records to the guys. I was like, these are the songs I want to run with for the year, for the album, and all of that. So you guys listen and let's rate them and do corrections and all of that. And when we played NLF, everyone's like, I'm like, when I was playing NLF, I was like, this one is not really, but you listen, just in case it's not really something.
It's the ones that you really don't rate,
Yeah, but I'm like that sometimes, and therapy also taught me that self-sabotage has been a part of like, my journey, which has been like messing up a lot of things, because it's like you see it, this is it comes to you, and it's like, nah, I don't want it.
Wow.
And that's like crazy.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Self-sabotage.
I've had to like bounce a lot of things. Then I realized that, oh my God, that was it. Millions of Ghana CDs that you just like let go.
Wow.
These eventually now. So, but then it's good.
Before you come in, right?
Yeah.
When you say self-sabotage, right?
Yeah.
Is that an envelope, assertion for what pride may have cost you?
I wouldn't call it pride because at the end of the day, we all have how we want our things done.
Okay.
It's like I don't like to eat in public, right?
Right.
Or maybe outside, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't like to do this.
Yeah.
And then just because everyone is doing it doesn't mean I should do it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like doing it.
Okay.
So I don't think that would count as pride.
Yeah.
You know,
arrogance.
Whatever.
Because we had the reason I'm asking is because we had a conversation as creatives, right? In the broader spectrum, we had a conversation about creatives about what is the difference between demanding what you deserve and coming off as being arrogant or being proud.
I think it would be the approach.
The approach.
I think it would be the approach. But sometimes, study has proved that sometimes when you're too calm,
you get taken for granted.
When you're too calm, you're taken for granted. It's just an African thing. I don't know, but I think it's part of the human nature. Sometimes when it's too calm, you
won't take your money now, so let me give the person who is coming with energy their money. You wait.
Can I say, hey, my man, Alpha, that thing, what's up?
Yeah.
Abi, tell me today, so what's up?
Move to him.
Yeah, you tell me.
Tell I want move to you. Where you there now? I want pick the distance.
Sharp. You go see say, okay, the guy, like Yawa, so you go talk, mama, you go hear from me this evening, and if if you do himself, you go call you, mama, so today,
something.
But tomorrow, no, I'll go do it for you. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Sometimes the approach, but for me, I wouldn't even call it pride or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But even if it falls in that, I'm happy that I accept whatever I have caused myself, whatever damage I was inflicting upon my own self, and then I corrected it, and I'm doing better. I was telling somebody that, look, it's better for you to go through and learn, have the experience and learn than
be outside of it and
like
assume.
Just be jumping the steps.
Yeah.
Because all of these experiences put us together. Like it makes us become very solid, in the future. Yeah. So yeah.
So
would you
Okay.
I was actually going to backtrack, since you said you touched on how everyone has, their way of doing things or how they like their things, right? And then obviously you, from the conversation, you're someone who is open to new ideas and new ways of doing things. Now, there's a conversation, we're backtracking to songwriting,
right,
where Cyril is here as a rapper. Usually there's this notion that you can allow someone to write for you, because then you can make certain claims once you allow that to happen. Now I want to find out from you that you're open to new ways of doing things, you're open to allowing people to write for you. Which extent are you not willing to go to, or what are your boundaries? It's like, okay, I will allow anything, I will learn anything, but for this I cannot allow it.
Yeah, there are things that people will ask me to do or advise me to do, and deep down I know that this is not me. Like you end up losing yourself when you just take any advice in the name of be open-minded, opinions, you should accept other people's opinions or whatever it is. One, like you should also, the line is being yourself. Okay. So if whatever they are suggesting to you or like bringing to your table is truly not yourself, you don't have to do it. I don't know if you understand me. Like, okay, a guy is very emotional or whatever it is, and it's very like, lovey-dovey. Now, when he comes to like in the midst of his friends, he's trying to like act like a tough guy.
Yeah.
Me I no call him, or me, me and the shorty, we know they talk. Like, do you understand? Yeah. But you know that is not you. Yeah. And so when you get back into the room, baby, can you carry me? Do you understand? So then you lose it. Like me, I just want you to know that the line is being yourself. What aligns with your intuitions, your soul? What aligns with your thoughts and everything? What you want to be, your dream, your vision. That is the line.
Regardless of the advantages that come with it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Obi Oha, he wouldn't want to take money from a politician. That is just how he feels. Like, nipa we say na or onyanisika say inti minje.
Yeah.
Somebody did like that too. Somebody go work for a pastor. He say, "Oh, it's the work of God. Me, I no go charge. Me, I no go collect any money. That be how it be." But another person to the see, I'm say, "What?
Business.
Are they work?
Straight.
You don't mean you understand me?
Yes,
Like
if you
so."
advise the
It depends on how you feel as an individual, what you want.
Okay.
If you want that, go for
That's
it.
fine.
If you don't want them to, just let them know you don't want it. That's the line for me.
I just wanted to add on to the self-sabotaging bit.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Sorry.
I feel like a lot of creatives sometimes, because potential doesn't come in the packaging that we imagine, so we ignore a lot of things because we think it's not what we want, or we think it's not beneficial.
Because of the packaging.
Because of the packaging in which the potential arrives. So
Right.
you want to end up with this, but we kill the idea of refinement, like you're saying. You have to go through writing camps, reviews, re-recording, blah blah blah, before you get the final song that everybody loves. But complacency sets in when you've done that 3-4 times. You think you're a magician.
Yeah.
Right? So the next time something comes to you that is potential and doesn't look like the final product that you are used to,
Yeah.
So I don't think it's pride or
Yeah.
arrogance. If anything, I would say it's overconfidence. You get to a point where you've done the magic trick so many times that you think you are God. But you don't realize that the gold is dirty for refinement before it turns to your gold chain.
Yeah.
So just
I think that's the very salient point, because we struggle with that, even with our work as non-artists or non-musicians, but creatives in general.
Yeah.
Like you said, you do the thing over and over again because you can wake up in the morning and don't rehearse your lines, so you can come and sit on TV and then do it because you've done it for so long, you think you can do it. But days when you get that the GBs, and you feel like, nah, today is not hitting, it's not going as planned. That's why I wanted to come back again in that same line to ask you, before you blew up, there was some level of expectation, right? So SUGARCANE comes most the whole world gets to know about Camidoh. Then you suffer these setbacks, arguably, right? And now you are back again on the road. What is the expectation now? Because you've had a big record. Are you now doing records expecting it to have that impact, or you're not doing records because, hey, I mean, I've woken up in the morning, Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 or 9 to 5. I'm here to do my job and leave.
Yeah. I think I understand, and I just want to say, if you're a 9-to-5 person and you walk to the office one day, or maybe like a Friday, and then your boss says, "Oh, end of month, I want to take you all to like this place, or choose whatever lunch you want, and then I'll pay for it." Make do like say another Friday or another end of month.
You go do the same thing,
because once you start doing that, then your performance self go drop.
Yeah.
Once it doesn't happen, once you don't get that
expectation,
you don't get it met, then your performance will start dropping, because it has been done for you maybe once or twice. So you like, for me, this is the mentality I'm carrying. Like I said, like I'm making music as a creative, as an artist, and I'm doing what feels right. But I'm not over expecting. However, I'm not underperforming myself as well.
Right.
Like if I've learned these new tactics, I want to apply it all. Like give it all. If it doesn't work, whatever result or revenue comes in, that is just what that record is meant to bring. But there's one thing that we make off records or off this our craft that may not be monetary that very extent. You may drop a record, do whatever it is for that record. Let's just say Love One Tintin. At the time that they released the record and did all the promo, it probably did not bring any money back,
right?
The way it has now,
right?
But fast forward, when the magic thing happened, they probably have made more than, what I'm trying to say. So it's like, it's music, it's timeless. it's timeless. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Like it's timeless. So so long as it's part of your your repertoire or your catalog or whatever it is, it's there. Like
so you're not going to the studio. You're not going to the studio anymore thinking about the next dance challenge that could come out of your record.
Matter of fact, I don't like that.
Is it?
I don't like that. Yeah, I don't. I always tell people like, don't force me. I was like, oh, this one for create dance, if I make the people do TikTok. I'm like, I know they follow your rules. You know, I know they follow your rules. Like, okay, what do you guys think about this? Oh, do you think a dance would be nice? Do it and let's see. If it's nice, cool. If it makes sense, if like you understand, if it's making, but if the thing is, you yourself from the beginning, you still say that they make sense, but you won't do them. That's like
trying to force it.
You know, that's just pouring money away or something like that.
Industry will argue that that's what's in vogue.
No, every product with its unique strategy.
Not every song requires a dance challenge.
Not every song requires a dance challenge. Not every song requires all of these challenges and all of that. Some records are just classics. Let them be. Let them do their thing. They're just for the ear. Put yours here, like.
Plus, it's becoming redundant. I mean,
bro,
you know,
is it because it's becoming redundant or it's become more expensive?
No, not because it's expensive.
It's bloating the budget.
It is not becoming.
It's become.
Let us all say it together.
Yes, it's become.
It's become.
Yes. Do you know what
my brothers and sisters in Christ? It has become.
Not because it's expensive, but it's just it's not necessary. It's not necessary.
You know the here honestly.
Yeah.
It be beans like to be very honest, like I feel I like the honesty and the fact that you can stand by your art form.
Yeah.
And because I say this all the time, we are making music conditional.
Yes.
That the music can be good, but now if it doesn't meet all these other conditions,
if it's not charting,
it's not a good song.
Yeah.
Because people didn't do this to it. Yeah. Like, bro, what happened to listening to music on the merit of music? Songwriting,
quality,
melody, instrumentation, production. Like, there's 10,000 different things that are amazing about that one song.
Yeah.
We don't need to create other matrices to measure it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
This day you're just talking.
Oh yeah.
No, but even, I agree with you. Even these.
Me now I can't dance. Now I shouldn't listen to the song.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And the artist know me, I know if he dance, but I'm forced to do something.
Yeah.
Camidoh for do the challenge, and if I do one with this person, I know if he dance.
That's all.
the routine say.
And you know something, I feel like it makes the music very fast. That's why people start to say microwave music, because it gets there, people are dancing to this song, and then a new dance challenge comes in. People forget that these social media, like the influencers, they always want to do something that's trendy. That's how they keep their business up. And so they will not keep dancing to it because it's nice. They will still dance to it, once in a while when they can. It's work for them. It's their work. And so if they
it's
move
like a doctor
on,
hoping that every day someone falls.
Exactly.
Vibes, Charlie.
So
Imagine God
like
give you talent of voice, then God on TikTok, then you are now. Camidoh know they sing. Jesus, Camidoh stop the singing, they dance.
No, but then also it's an ecosystem. Once upon a time,
let the system
from the days
echo.
of party to Slim Basta, we didn't really have the spotlight on dancers like we do now. So I think it's an ecosystem.
Boys to Men, did they dance?
No, but that was an era.
That's what I'm saying.
That was an era.
Okay.
Even hip hop came with the dance culture. Afrobeats has come the dance culture. We can't go away with it.
Dancing that we experienced, we saw in music videos. That's why clips was a big thing. Because over clip now, it's one shake clip now. But now we've turned it into a jigsaw puzzle. One part of the jigsaw is good song. You have to find a way to connect it to dance challenge. When you do that, you now have to connect it to influencer. After connecting to influencer, you have to find radio people. The work is already hard.
That's why I'm asking whether has it become more expensive or it's become redundant, because I think it's a two-way thing.
It's both.
Redundancy I mean, the cost is not even. I don't think it should be spoken about in this regard, because it's like spending on something you don't need.
Right.
Like you tailor marketing strategies for every record. Now imagine somebody does a slow jam. Now he's forced to do a sped up version because he wants people to dance to it. Because dance challenges, they believe, sells the record. But and yes, when you know the sped up version is actually trash, like for real, it's real life trash.
You go to an artist page, the sped up version has 3 million listens. The actual original songs has 100,000. You know, like
Influence is not it. Anyways, time check 57 minutes after the hour, 9 a.m. And I'm sure those of you listening to us on Plus 89.9, we just have about 3 minutes to wrap it up with us. But we are still live on Facebook, so you can join the stream and then add your comments or add to the conversation. You can ask Camidoh some questions as well, and they will make sure to get those questions to him. Camidoh, you talked about your boss and 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your former boss.
Okay.
Who was working your 9 to 5.
Okay.
I'm talking about George Britton.
Yeah.
I woke up one morning and I saw a post on Facebook where he says, he's run his race, he's done his course, and he's officially announcing that, he's no longer a part of your team, but he will definitely extend, his support and experience to your work. How long has this been in the offing, and what happened?
Honestly, I don't remember, but it's not even like, I think I've spoken about this before, like it's really and truly not one of those ones.
Okay.
Like, one of those ones
Bad
that's
exes,
like,
one of those bad,
yeah,
falling
like,
out,
because me and George were talking, and like George is literally patterning things for me.
Right.
Do you understand? Like,
Right.
he got married, obviously the time, the contract period, had elapsed or expired or whatever it is, but then he had to focus on something. He had to jump because he as an individual or as a mogul has his visions.
Yeah.
So he had to like jump onto another thing.
Yeah.
That
Around the time.
not even around, like it was just time for him to jump onto something else. Let's just say it's time for you to go to school and go and do your masters.
Right.
Now you can't be the everyday caretaker of the baby. Do you understand? So I tried to explain it, but every time now but I feel like just because you guys feel like when an artist and a manager separates,
the clarity is very important as well. I feel like clarity is of the essence, especially when we see the chemistry between the two. Because my next question was going to be, you do say that he's helped or he's helping, even though he's left that role. Do you in a way miss him? When I say miss him, do you miss that role he played, in your career at that time? And do you think if he was around for some of the records that have come after SUGARCANE, would have seen same successes?
Oh, not to say. I don't think that's the case. Like, because we still talk like every other day.
Right.
So it wouldn't be a case of me missing him or there's a missing piece in the team or the marketing strategy or all of like.
Yeah.
If anything, he would share.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? If anything, he thinks like it's just
so
getting onto a
not
different.
Absent, right? He's not absent.
Do you understand? Technically, not absent. Like
right.
we still figure things out together. And if anything, he would mention like I think this. But also as a brand, as an artist, it's just getting to the point where you are doing things differently. Right. So then, if you don't see that reflection of how it used to be, it's just because it's no more class 1, it's class 3 or class 6. So now it's like you don't necessarily need.
As
the
an artist,
increases as you.
Yes, and then the strategy changes.
All right.
Let me ask you this. This might be a bit hard, but just help me out here. As an artist and a manager an artist work with a manager, what is the KPI? Is it set by the artist or is it set by the manager?
Sometimes it's set by the artist because obviously the manager comes on board to now help develop the artist's goals, like aspirations and whatever it is. So at some point it has to be, but also on a technical level, then the manager sets, this is how it should go. If we really need to like hit this mark, this is how it should go. This is what we should do, and you follow. At some point, the artist says, "This is the sound I'm coming with. This is my new sound. This is what I want to do," and then they now have to like
align to that,
strategize to, make it work. So it's both ways. It's definitely not just like a solo.
Okay, my producer is telling me that let me ask some questions, but it's okay. let's get into your 3 Music Awards nominations.
Yes, sir.
First of all, have you seen your nominations?
Please, I saw 2. Right.
2. Okay. So
I saw 2 for High Life Record, which was for Adole.
No. It's
Fadole.
best male vocal performance.
Male vocal performance.
For Brown Skin Girl.
Yes.
And then you are also nominated as Afrobeats Afropop Act of the Year. And also you have been Yes, that's it. Afrobeats,
Not
Afropop.
not a High Life record.
No.
I thought I saw a High Life record for
No,
Adole.
the team is checking that as well. Just to
okay.
be sure.
Okay, yeah.
But so far so
But
good.
yeah,
so
2.
far so good. 2 or even 3 in
Yeah.
that regard. What has been your response or feedback to the
I have to
nominations?
get in and start. I have to start promoting the whole campaign, whatever. So
Voting
to
and all
get
that.
people
Yeah.
voting for me. But I mean, I'm always like grateful for the recognition and acknowledgement because you know, there are some things to when they are absent, they don't help the brand. You know, the presence of certain things also like come together to like push the brand. So I'm really grateful for that one, and I just want to like work hard and, you know, take this thing to the next level.
Okay, so you see the theme for the Music Awards is connecting through music. Last time we were having a conversation here about how we connect through music. So I want to ask,
how do you?
Yes, how do you connect?
No,
to
how do
music?
you first?
Me?
Because you were saying how you guys were. Yeah.
Okay, so it's usually if I listen to a song, being able to relate to what the musician is saying, even if maybe I agree with certain things that he or she like, you know, does, I would still be able to relate with the song and then talk to a friend about it. And so that's like free promo for the artiste, but it's fulfilling for me and my friends, and you know, to be able to share that kind of feeling. And so I like to connect with my friends' music when maybe we are celebrating or we're mourning or something of that sort, and we use music to bond as well.
Yeah, same way for me. It's more about for example, me working like collaboration, me working with like other artists. It just enables me to now connect to their community, you know. So now I worked with an artist called Axel Meril. Yeah, Axel Meril. Yeah, I work with him. He's from Benin. He's a French artist, and we yesterday we dropped the video to the record, and he was on his album. And I realized when the video dropped, like his community, the French community, started coming on my page, commenting, DMing me. Oh, you're so good, blah 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 blah, and all of that. That is how I get to connect. So now it's like through the artist, I've connected to his community.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fans, like in Ghana, same way. Like I'm in a session. I'm almost wrapping up the session with Kwame MP, and we did like 2 records, you know, and we want to put it out as soon as possible. But what that does is like it takes my matter to his camp.
That's right.
It brings his matter to my camp. You know, so it's just and I want to make more collaborations like locally, you know, because I feel like I've been on the road internationally for so long, and then I haven't really like connected with my people. Most artists here, so because I'm really like heavy on working with people who want to work with me, you know. So once there's a genuine connection, I want to like.
I mean, you seem to have a very unique relationship in music with Stonebwoy. Anytime the two of you come out to, I mean, that's his unofficial PR. But I'm talking about collaborations. I noticed NLF has some, you know, features. On there, just for those who haven't seen or heard yet, just run us through the features that we should be expecting on the remix.
I want people to guess, because I've posted like, because I actually just opened. I did an open verse, you know, thingy, and it was just doing its thing. People were sending me verses. I was just posting them back to back, and then like mainstream artists, like, you know, have sent, and I'm like, you know what? Actually, I want to do a remix.
Right.
So now I've posted a couple. There's still some there that I haven't posted, and I'm like, I want to do the remix. And I want the people to guess who they think is gonna make it to the official remix, because not be everybody I post go make a move.
Oh,
like,
wow.
do you understand? Not be everybody sent, because obviously the song will be too long and all of that. So I would definitely, I would have to sit in and now choose whom I'm putting on the record. So that one is a matter for next week. It's a matter for next week. But I'm almost done. I'm sampling a thing or two, so I want to like get the clearance from like the OGs that I'm getting that from, and then
what you say OGs, like High Life OGs?
Yeah, I mean High Life, Hip Life, whatever. Like the idea is to just make the record, make the remix like
solid,
brand new,
right,
a fresh thing. When you listen, you know, you enjoy it as much.
And
as,
of course,
like,
we have an album
record. Yes,
coming up, right?
Yes.
I'll be seeing the album this year.
The way it's looking, I don't know, but media. Personally, it's something I wanna put out this year because me myself, I'm changing the sound, I'm changing like my flow and everything. So I feel like I worked on something beautiful still before now changing the way to go again. So I want to now give the people what I've worked on from January. Give it to them before I start coming.
So are we going to see more of the high life version of you? Or you're gonna be more into the R&B,
more of like the versatile Camidoh. Like at this point, I don't want to like limit myself. I don't want to like, okay, you know, when Uncofo didn't name. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, that's it.
You know, this is what you came in with, so you wanna keep that. Me and you know they do that thing. me and nobody they do that thing. So I'm just flowing.
Right.
But in as much as I'm doing my thing, I'm making sure I'm finding the balance, making sure it's a commercial thing, you know, like not just commercial in the name of like boom boom jack boom boom, like not just the popular, but commercial as in music that cuts across. Yes.
Well, guys, you've been listening to the man Camidoh. What do you call your fans or your fan base?
Middle Gang.
Middle Gang.
Yes, Middle Gang.
Middle Gang. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much, Camidoh, for coming through and sharing your life with us again. I think my takeaway would be the therapy bits. I'm just encouraging anybody else who is into this creative space that therapy is not a curse.
Yes, and men are allowed to cry. Men cry. Please allow the men to cry. Yes, it really hits me when I watch that video. You know, if you're going through,
I think men cry, but they don't like to show that they cry.
Because you cry and they'll call you weak.
Exactly.
We cry in the shower.
And women should create the avenue for men to cry.
We cry in the shower, so that when the shower is coming down.
Okay, when I'm crying, you can call me weak, but play with me again, make a slap for that same period.
But yeah, it's been a big conversation with the man Camidoh. The name is Olele. I did this with Cyril. Kojo Q. Hey, Kojo Q. Kojo Trip. Kojo Trip. AC. And we're back again same time next week. Of course, don't forget that 3 Music Awards is coming your way next month. Just in a couple of days, we'll be stepping into September clean, and that means September is 3 Music Awards 2024. You don't want to miss this, trust me. Keep your eyes glued on our TV set, on your TV set, on our channel, on our WhatsApp channel, on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. We everywhere. Don't forget to vote for your favorite candidate or favorite artist, because when the rewards come out, the first question I'm going to ask you is,
did you vote?
See you. Bye-bye.
Culture Daily was brought to you by Telecel.